Okay, so Semicon Europa happened a little while ago now, I guess, but it would still be interesting to know how, because I guess it was the last big industry event, certainly in Europe. So it'd just be good to understand how it went for AP&S, sort of any big themes that came up, and just yeah, how it went with your sales for customers, new prospects, etc. Yeah, just a sort of summary of the event.
That's right. It's meanwhile a while ago, and but in general, SEMICON Europe went excellently for AP&S. We welcomed a lot of visitors to our booth and presented this year's highlight topics, like our innovative high throughput electrolysis plating equipment, which was an interesting topic for several of the visitors. Another highlight was modularity of our automated batch processing wet benches and the versatile box cleaners or box and carrier cleaners we have in our portfolio. The demo center we are offering to our customers. And last but not least, the Tech Experience Summit 2025, we are planning right now for end of March this year, but I will let you know more details later. And from the view of the visitors of the Semicon, there were several interesting topics like industry development, when and how it will continue, trends, how they are developing. And the feedback was quite hesitant across the industry. So when we talk about when will the market pick up speed again, whether it will be 2025 or 26. So in general, it was hesitating feedback. But we are seeing targeted investments this year due to renewals or new developments. We do not expect an above average demand for this year and don't see a noticeable increase before the second half of the year, probably maybe beginning of 2026. So this is combined with the feedback we received. And other topics were for sure sustainability, saving of resources. I think it's an industry-wide topic, especially water consumption, cost saving in this time. It's for sure a good topic. Compact smart solutions. So what I mean with that is adjusted to the demand of the customers and regarding cost savings as well. So the industry is looking on solutions which are suitable definitely to their demands, so not above average capacity, etc., to have really cost saving. But that was quite good as a one-stop solution provider for cleaning, etching, and plating. We have a versatile portfolio, so the customers can choose different between batch, single, wafer processing, or production supporting equipment. All of them are quite kind of tailor-made with attractively priced and scalable, makes all of the solution therefore future-proof. So that was a main topic from our side, to make it as scalable and flexible for them as possible.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned that, I think sustainability and just looking at some of the big industry topics that I expect are going to be, demanding a lot of attention this year and into the future. It'd just be good to understand, I suppose, there's two sort of angles. I suppose there's what yourselves, AP&S, are doing in terms of your own sustainability initiatives. And then there's, I guess, the way in which your solutions can help, or you can, work alongside your customers, partners, etc., to help them with their own goals. So just be great for you to share, what's going on at the company itself, sustainability wise, and how you can also help your, shall we say, partner ecosystem as well.
Yeah, all right. So starting from the internal view of environmental objectives, we have, so we are doing ongoing renewal of building technology, for example, efficient LED strip lighting technology, energy management, electric forklifts, electric lifting devices, energy management and audits. So local audits, which are German or local based, but also energy audits according to DIN ISO 16247 or others. We expanded our photovoltaic systems on the rooftops of the company buildings in 2024. So especially to be prepared for the e-charging. And when we're talking about e-charging stations, we also installed 10 of them in front of the company, in the company parking lot, 2024. And thinking about electric vehicles, especially for short distances between the company buildings and for short travels. So this is planned for 2025. When we talk about resources, we take care of recycling, doing in-house waste management, and what we are doing all over the company. So in November 2023, we had an initial certification in DIN EN ISO 14001. So this was a big step, and we committed to sustainable environmental management that goes beyond the legal requirements. So this was then officially done in 2024. And what we did together with one customer, but it's a benefit for all of them, is, for example, external sustainability program like the CDP, the Carbon Disclosure Project. And we are hoping that this is also an advantage then for other customers as well. And if we have a look on examples in our solution, which we sell to the customers, so when we talk about the equipment, just a few benefits or sustainability measurements. For example, the conductivity measurement we do in the equipment for saving the DI water for rinsing, for example. And a big step of the AP&S batch processing tool is our new scheduler. So it is with an AI technology for proactive suggestions for the process optimization, and together with the hardware we have and sensors inside our equipment, we can save a lot of resources and costs. So that's a big step what we developed, and I think this year we will also be able to make kind of tests in simulations in the software also for our customers before they have the hardware on site.
Okay, in terms of other sort of topics, I guess skills is a sort of, it's an open secret, shall we say, that the industry is there aren't enough people to go round, shall we say, at the moment, and potentially that's only going to get worse. So again, it'd be good to understand, what sort of impact that may or may not be having on yourselves and how you're seeking to address that internally, and also whether there's any ways in which what you do can help, your partners with their own skills shortages, the solutions you're providing, etc. Or I don't know, just your thoughts again, sort of skills in-house and further afield, if you like.
Yeah. So of course, we are also noticing a cross-industry difficulty for qualified staff and skilled staff. So in general, having a look on AP&S, as it is still an ongoing difficult time throughout the industries. In some sectors, there are generally good opportunities for us on the personal market. But for sure, it is difficult, and in principle, we rely on our own trainees to secure our future. So that's the main goal. And what we are doing as well is we are working on our standardization. Does it mean regarding our equipment, which we sell to the customers, but also in-house for organizational structures, processes, and digitalization to make work easier and to handle our capacity better for the future and be prepared. So when we talk about this standardization and making our tools, the equipment easier, it will also be easier for our customers to train their staff on the machines.
And I guess one other thing which has been rumbling in the background for quite some time is the supply chain. I mean, probably haven't got enough time to talk about all the geopolitics and all that's going on, but just fundamentally, your thoughts again from an AP&S point of view as to is the supply chain robust and back to normal, and do you think the industry in general has got a handle? I guess the pandemic was when it all started to go slightly sort of disruptive, should we say? Are we back to some kind of normality, or are we still are there issues, shall we say, in the supply chain? Just again, your thoughts on that.
Yeah. So from our perspective and in our context, the situation has generally improved. However, some of our suppliers still have very long delivery times, so depending on some goods. But we are trying to compensate for this with proactive production planning, for example, and then it's an overall good solution for us for now. And our improvements are, we ourselves are working hard on the standardization and assemblies of our equipment, of the machines. And this does not mean that we are not remaining true to our customer-specific solutions to a certain extent. But that we are optimizing our production and expanding cross-product solutions, which helps to make all of the shortage issues and complex systems easier. So this also contributes to better possibilities in planning, procurement, and storage in the end. And in addition, we have optimized our production with assemblies and production lines to have special products, the equipment in our product lines for modular systems. And these measures, what I told you now, have enabled us to halve our delivery times compared to 1.5 or 2 years ago. So that's very good result. And let's say we are getting slightly back to normal.
Okay, and I think the last time I spoke to AP&S, it was to do with opening up an office or presence in the United States. So I guess it'd be good just to have an update on that. Yeah, how is that venture going so far?
Yes, good you are asking. So we are very pleased with our first year in the US. We have already won projects with various customers. These include a major project with several systems, and the installation of these first systems will begin in spring 2025. So we solved a quite short delivery time, and then we will start another chapter of this venture when we open the first service center and hire more employees in the US. That means 2025 remains very exciting for us in the US.
And is it, I mean, if I could ask, you don't need to answer or not, but is it fair to say that the business when you've talked about there, would that not have happened if you hadn't had a presence in the US? So has that been the catalyst to go get that kind of business?
Let's say so the first major project was kind of possible out of the headquarters. So, but as I told you, we have already further projects, and these weren't possible without the location in the US, because this was 100% done by my colleague on site or in the US, and for sure with some colleagues from here. But yeah, it helps a lot, especially when we talk about growing demands in the US.
Sure. And in terms of just looking ahead before we finish 2025 and beyond, it'd just be good to understand what you think for the company in particular are the major opportunities, I guess, in terms of applications. I mean, everyone's going AI crazy, I guess. I don't know whether that's relevant to what you do. And I'm sure, electric vehicles, everyone knows about that, but just where you see the main opportunities for yourselves into the near future.
Yes, you are said electric vehicles. So I try to keep the power electronics short, but for sure it was, especially the last years, also for us, one of the main topics. So when we talk about sustainability, energy efficiency, and power electronics, the industry is placing increasing emphasis on environmentally friendly and energy efficient solutions. And in the recent years, silicon carbide, gallium nitride technologies have driven the industry. For sure, we know this trend is slowing down currently, but let's say currently because I'm convinced that these high performance technologies still have further potential, especially if we think beyond e-mobility and the vehicle itself. There is further potential in the complete smart grid or efficient energy management in data centers, combined with AI and high performance computing. So that's the second topic when we think about the next huge applications in the market. So it's for sure AI and high performance computing. AI in various applications is increasing the demand for specialized semiconductor components. Another topic is automation and Internet of Things. So we have heard Internet of Things since several years, but the possibilities are not exhausted yet. We are in the early beginnings, so that this will be a driving demand in future for embedded systems and sensors and etc. Autonomous robotics, which we see a lot in the industries and in television. So advances in robotics, particularly in autonomous systems, are driving demand for high-performance semiconductors. These robots require advanced sensors, processors, and memory solutions to perform complex tasks autonomously. And I think this is also a trend which we will see in future. Combined with the topics before, increasing connectivity and digitalization increases also an importance of cybersecurity. So there's also potential to have specifically for security applications some semiconductor solutions. And we see both sides. We are looking what is happening in the industry regarding new trends, but you can also have a look on new technologies which we can use for new application. What I mean with it is, as a traditional scaling approaches, for example, they reach physical limits. So innovative packaging technologies such as chip on wafer on substrate are gaining traction. So you have new technologies in advanced packaging, or for example, in substrates and manufacturing processes, like when we talk about glass or graphene as a substrates. And I think as a result, existing technologies and applications can be optimized and new ones created. So this is another perspective of what we see, what can trigger new technologies.
Yeah, and maybe just finally, in terms of what that means for yourself as an organization, are you developing new sort of technology innovations, solutions to address some of these opportunities that you've discussed? And I guess also, I mean, the US venture sounds like it's going really well. Are there other parts of the world where you might be increasing your presence? So I guess technology, what you're doing there, and also how you might be growing the company's footprint across the globe.
Yeah. Let's start with what we did last year. So last year we released our latest and most innovative fully automated wet bench for batch process, called NexaStep. So based on our experience of over 20 years. And we have also had a look on it on the front cover. An insight really interesting to read. So this was the last big thing at AP&S, but we have also something new. So we have further technologies and innovations on the product roadmap and already in the pipeline. So we can expect to release one of these at SEMICON Europe this year. So what I can say about it is that it's about a new solution in automation combined with our tools. And in general, we will try to do investments or improvements in all our equipments within the next years to be again more modular, more flexible, and more efficient for the customer needs. And when we talk about all the trends and demands, when they increase, it's always good to have a high throughput tool, an innovative one. And regarding our geographical footprint, we are worldwide connected, especially since our extension to the US or in the US. And together with locations in Asia, Europe, and the headquarters in Germany, I think we have a good connection currently. In addition to this, we have additional plans to reinforce our sales and marketing activities, some field engineers, like I told before in the US, there are plans. And what we also did when we talk about capacity and activities and stuff, in December last year, we established a product management department, and this will, I think, together with our ideas to strengthen the sales team, a good basic for a worldwide a service and solution provider. And last but not least, when we are talking about innovative solutions, so it's not an equipment, but I told you in the beginning, we are organizing the Tech Experience Summit together with some sponsors we will have, and this event will be in end of March this year. The event will feature really outstanding presentations by top-class speakers from the semiconductor industry, and as well as several networking opportunities, including evening events. So it is well worth attending, and you can have a look on our website if you are interested, and hope to see a lot of the industry people there.
Okay, I mean, it's been great to chat to you and get an update on what's going on at the company. Fascinating, as I say, some great insights into some of the topics and that the industry is wrestling with, and how AP&S is rising to those challenges and opportunities. So, Patrick, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you too, Philip.